And the bad news is Brett the Machine May is back in court on not what we thought. He's on blackmail charges now this time. We thought that he had been, we got told he had been arrested for some sort of criminal damage. His mum and sister had been in a fight in a nightclub, and he had gone and then smashed up the nightclub, bricked the windows or something like that. And then, but it did seem a bit strange that he had armed police out looking for him, like going to his nana's house and going searching for him and all this and that. And we know he had been sort of on the run. Well, we didn't know at the time, but it came very clear he'd been on the run for a little while, because all these videos filming his feet and filming his steering wheel, or in the dark, just in a dark room, and you could just see a little bit of his face. It's just like, why? It came obviously after. You thought, why was he hiding? What was he hiding from? And was he hiding from people after him, or was he sort of hiding from the police at the time? Well, we won't know. But the police force that have actually arrested him and put him in court after looking at that news article are North Yorkshire Police. And Doncaster is South Yorkshire Police, I believe. He was arrested about a blackmail charge in a place called Shelby, which is quite far. It's still in Doncaster, obviously, but it's still in Yorkshire, but it's much closer to Leeds than it is to actually Doncaster. And blackmail is a bit of a funny charge. That, we know he was on that Terry Stone podcast, and he was talking about taxing and blackmailing drug dealers basically to take money off them. He had some sort of racket that he was doing, but he made out that it was a long time ago. And it makes me think, was that what he was actually doing recently? Did he know that it was on the cards that he was going to get in trouble for that? Or it's a funny one, really, because he claimed that he had been in prison for it before, but he's never been in prison for that before. He's in prison for stalking at one point. Stalking, and I think he was in prison. I might be wrong. This might be wrong. If I am, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it was some sort of domestic violence charge or something like that. But he was stalking an ex-girlfriend, and he's been in there for violent disorder and just a load of recalled for shit charges. And it's weird that as soon as he comes off license, within a few months, he's back in there for blackmailing again. And if he does, I don't sort of know what tariff blackmail holds, but it must be quite a serious offence. It's more so serious than threats to kill or something like that. It must be, if he was actually extracting money from someone, it deemed to be serious. Or was this another case where he's got in trouble? Was he trying to blackmail an ex-girlfriend or something like that with revenge corn or something like that? We don't know. Do you know what I mean? It was it all looks like a bit of a dodgy or could potentially be a bit of a dirty charge, and we'll find out in time, I suppose, where the court case comes out and that. But we're reading that news article today, it's sort of done my head in a bit. I thought, that weren't what I was expecting. I thought he was in there for just smashing the nightclub up, and it was going to be the reason why the armed police were looking at him was because he maybe threatened that he had a gun or something. Like, we know what he's like. He has done videos with guns before, so maybe he'd threaten the nightclub owner or something like that, or threaten the people who his mum had a fight with or something like that. And then you had the whole situation with the "it's me bad mum" lady, whoever she is, about the messages. Was he pissed off with her? Was he threatening to blackmail her or something? I don't know, but it's just funny that it was quite far away from where he actually lives. And it was a strange charge. So it just gets me thinking, but I suppose we'll find out as the court case goes on. I will say we have missed Brett May. We've wanted some Brett May content for a while. JDP, Banter JDP, if you follow him, he's getting a letter from Brett May today, so maybe Brett will go into a bit more detail about what it's all about. Maybe he didn't just get himself jailed to back out of the shadow boxer fight that a lot of people think. But I wonder how long he'll get this time, because on the back of so many offences that he's committed over the years, you've got to think he's got to get the book thrown at him now. Do you know what I mean? Especially if it's something to a woman. I'm not saying it is, but if it is something to a woman, they really, really don't like those sort of offences today. So like if it's a domestic charge or something, and he gets found guilty, like, to get arrested for it in this fashion. It said there was a whole investigation going on in the Shelby area, unless he was living there, but I don't think he was living there because he's always banging on about how he lives in Doncaster, doesn't he? So who knows? Anyways, boys, let me know what you think. If anyone's got any information about this, drop me a little message, because I'll be interested to find out. And shout out to Only Fools and Gypsies. Go follow them on Instagram. Quality page, sharing all the news of all the cretins. Always good for a laugh. Absolutely hilarious. Anyways, boys, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Adios. La bosh.